Good morning, awesome people. I'm here sitting at a trailhead, working up the nerve to get out of my car. I'm at the Arkaquah trailhead, and apparently Arkaquah is the toughest trail in Georgia, or one of the toughest trails in Georgia. So of course, in 54 days I'm going to be climbing Mt Katadhin, which will make this look like a cakewalk. So I figured now's a good time to try it. Now I am under zero illusions about being able to go the entire 12-mile round trip. That's just not feasibly possible for me. But my goal is to do at least the first 3 miles, because the worst of the elevation gain is within the first 2 miles. It's kind of just up, very steep the first 2 miles. And if I can get the first 3 miles done, then that will make me feel better, because the hard part is the first 2 to 3 miles, apparently. Years ago, my son and I did part of this trail, but we weren't able to keep going because we didn't start till very late in the day, and we all know I'm very, very slow, and there's just no way, so we didn't even make it to the top. But I have been on this trail some, just not a lot, years ago, and it's always been on my list to come back. So here I am, and gonna try it and see what happens. So fingers crossed, prayers up, hey guardian angel, help. All right, see y'all later. All right, parking lot is there. Trail begins here. Took me a minute to figure it out. And apparently the first the first mile and a half, there's like a 1,300 foot increase in elevation. So it's going to be pretty intense, but that's why I picked it. GoPro, stop recording. It's true that I got here about 3 hours later than I wanted to. If I'd gotten here at 7, I would have had time to attempt the whole trail, and it would have been less hot. But the good thing is I'm completely covered by trees, and it's not at all hot under the trees. I mean, a little, but not. So much more comfortable under the trees. The trail one way to Brasstown Bald is 5.8 miles. I will be lucky if I do a mile an hour, especially the first 2 miles. So, doing the trail all the way to Brasstown Bald is not within my capabilities. 12 miles in one day, not so much. But I can at least do the most difficult part, the first 3 miles. If I can do the first 3 miles at least, I will call that a win. Because that's where the worst of the elevation gain is. Oh boy. Not even half a mile in. Not even half a mile in. And of course, I'm pouring sweat. And I really should have got here at 7 a.m. like I wanted to, but I got to bed too late. This really is a pretty trail. Up, 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 and away. Okay, so sweat is absolutely pouring off of me. And yes, this trail is all uphill. So I'm listening to motivational podcasts on YouTube, one of which I just shared to my hiking page. And one line stood out to me. The guy said, "Don't be afraid of the size of the mountain. Just remember, it's only a collection of small steps to get there." And you know, I see that a lot when people get frustrated about not losing weight as quickly as they want to, self-included. And it's like, man, all these transformations online. One day they're 300 pounds, the next day they're 150. They made it look so easy and so fast. And, you know, this goes for me too, because I'm one of those transformations, of which I've gained 40 pounds back, because life, and I'm not losing it as quickly as I did the first time. But all these people get so discouraged. Oh my God, I'm not getting results like X, Y, and Z. That's because we focus too much on the end result. We focus too much on the giant fight we have ahead, the giant hill we have to climb, the giant amount of weight we have to disappear. And looking at the top of this stupid hill from here, it's very discouraging. And looking at the number on the scale, where I want to be versus where I am, is very discouraging. But guess what? That's not helpful. You know, it's helpful is that right here, right now, I'm on this trail. And I'm taking a step. I'm taking another step. And all those steps, one after the other, are going to get me to the top of the hill. Because then doesn't matter. 30 minutes ago doesn't matter. All that matters is right now. What am I doing right now? And I've said it to myself 1,000 times over, and I'll keep saying it till the day I die. Time plus consistency equals results. It's not about accomplishing things in a single bound. That's not how life works. Overnight successes take months and years to happen. Don't be fooled by your own perception. Focus on right now, this minute. What is right in front of you? What do I have to do in this minute? I can't leapfrog to the top. But what I can do is take that step. And that step. And that step. And that step. And keep going up that hill. So like nameless motivational guy on YouTube said, don't fear the height of the mountain. Just focus on the countless number of small steps it takes to get to the top. Thus endeth today's sermon. Alright, still plodding along. Not even a mile in yet. And at a super, super steep part. Like a seriously lean forward and drag myself up steep part. Which to people who are in better shape than me, this is still probably nothing. But yeah, still plodding along. Yeah, Katadhin's gonna kill me. That's alright though. One step at a time. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but this part is super steep. And even past this part, there's a part where the grade is 50%. 50% steep. I forget what this is, 20, 30, something like that. But yeah, this is steep and it's going to get steeper. The good news is that All Trails says I'm 1.9 miles in. So the worst of it is almost over. If I can make it to 2 miles, the worst part will be behind me. And then if I can make it to 3 miles, I will have achieved my goal, and I can turn around and do this all in reverse going back down. Now, of course, depending on a lot of things, heat being the #1 factor, I may or may not go all 3 miles. But I can at least get to the 2 miles, or the 2.1, whatever it is. That's the steepest part of this. And this is the part I was after, the steep part, the hard part. Because after the first 2 miles, nothing is as drastic. There's ups, there's downs, but nothing like this. And this is the part I was after, the hard part. Someone said to me yesterday that when they were in either high school or college or whatever, they had a very brutal football coach who was just tough as nails and ran them through all kinds of tortures in training. And they said that the coach always said, practice should be harder than the game. Now in this instance, there's literally nothing more difficult than Katadhin. Unless I go climb Mount Everest, and I ain't doing that. But I can make things as difficult as possible for myself. So that at least when I get to Katadhin, I won't chicken out. Right? Right. Alright, onward. Bye. Okay guys, All Trails, which is notoriously inaccurate, but it's telling me I have made it 3 miles. And the hard part is over, or at least the hardest part. Now a couple that passed me a little while ago, they said that soon I'll come across the ridgeline and there are some magnificent views. So even though I'm at the 3 mile mark, this is fun. I kind of want to walk along a little further and maybe see some views. And of course, if I'm being completely honest, I am in no hurry to go back down those hills again. Ugh, that is going to be less than fun. I mean, yeah, in terms of cardio, it will be easier. But in terms of my knees, oh boy, not so much. Not so much. Oh, whew. Okay, that is a mushroom. Y'all see that? I thought it was a little white snake. Nope, it's a mushroom. There's an angry bird flying by. Yep, that there. That's just a weird looking mushroom. But for sure it was a cool little white snake. Ooh, I think I see views coming up. Alright, stay tuned, y'all. Okay. Obstacle course time. Hey, snakes. Any snakes hiding in here? Okay, just passing through, guys, if you're hiding in here. Y'all just stay hid. Oh, and I promise I will leave you alone. As long as you leave me alone. Oh, thank you very much. For the record, I did not see any snakes, and I looked very hard. But, you know, just letting them know I was there just in case, because, you know, I'm paranoid like that. Okay, still a little bit of an uphill, but not like it was. And I don't know if y'all can see, but there is a view beyond those trees. And apparently there's a little side trail that takes you out to where some great views are, and that's what I'm trying to find. Now, of course, I'm not going to go too far because I do want to make sure I make it back to my car by dark. Plus, I have meal prep to do and all kinds of things. However, as long as I'm up here, I'd like to see a view or two. Oh, look at these pretty flowers. Y'all see those orange flowers? Oh, are those honeysuckle? Never seen them that color if they are. Huh. Oh, here's more of them. Wow, those are pretty. Oh yeah. Can y'all see that mountain? Wow. Wow. Check this out. Definitely need to come back here in the winter or late fall. More cool rocks. That would be a neat view over there too. Note to self, come back late fall. And you know, coming back in the fall is a great idea because if I come late fall, early winter, it probably will not be 83 degrees with like 83% humidity either. Now I say probably because this is the South after all. But still, I digress. Ooh. Oh hey. Look at that. Very cool. Oh, look, more cool rocks. That's pretty cool. Let's see what there is to see up here. I'm on top of the world! Woohoo! Ah, that breeze is good. The breeze up here is awesome. It is actually cooler up here. Feels like the humidity is less up here. This is great. Ah, another cool rock. Yes, I am that person who will stop you 20,000 times on a hike and say, hey, look, I found a cool rock. Or, hey, look, I found a cool bug. Which, of course, is why I hike alone, because I'm annoying. I am slow and I'm annoying. Oh, this is fun. More of a view and more rocks to wander across. Of course, these little rocks, these are nothing compared to what's on Katadhin. Katadhin I will be climbing over, literally climbing over rocks. So these are just kind of cute little nuggets compared to that, I'm sure. Okay, so figured I've gone a bit over 3 miles, so it's 1:45. So now I'm just gonna turn around and go back to my car. I achieved somewhat more than my 3-mile goal, so that's a good thing. And honestly, I'm not even sure how accurate that is, because my phone with the All Trails app, it kept getting bounced around in my pocket and pausing itself. So there's large sections of trail it did not record. So I don't know exactly how far I've really gone. Of course, All Trails isn't very accurate anyway. But anyway, I stopped recording. So I stopped recording my All Trails, and then I restarted it for the return trip. So hopefully I will have a more accurate picture of how many miles I've done. It's really windy up here, and over to my right I've heard a couple rumbles of thunder. I don't know if y'all can hear that or not. Not supposed to rain today, but mountains do what they want. And yes, I did bring my rain jacket, just in case. It's still sunny, mostly. So it might rain, it might not. I would just really like to get off this ridgeline as soon as possible, in the event it does. In case that thunder moves this way instead of the other way away from me, that'd be great. And yeah, the thunder and the time of day, how late it was, were two key factors of me deciding to turn around. So I was gonna try to go, 3.5, maybe even 4 miles total once I got on the ridgeline and the worst part of things were over. But it's late, it's thundering, and I think just no. I have achieved my goal, and I will come back another day, very, very, very early in the morning, so that I will have a full 12 to 14 hours of daylight and can do this whole trail. Alright, signing off for now. Okay, so I am not quite a mile back down the trail. As you can tell, it is gotten pretty cloudy. I'm still hearing occasional thunder, but no rain. I'm definitely off the ridgeline and very much going downhill. Making much better pace than I was going up, obviously. But the good news is, with these clouds, temperature has cooled off so much. Now my watch is still telling me it's 84 degrees, but it does not feel like 84 degrees. Maybe because I'm not going uphill anymore. Maybe that makes it seem not so bad. But yeah. Just hobbling along, one step at a time. And so far so good. Thank you, Guardian Angel. Well, it did decide to rain after all. So here I am, hiking in the rain. Now luckily, the tree cover is so heavy, I'm not getting hardly any rain on me at all right now. There are some spots where there won't be any tree cover, and if it keeps raining, I'm going to get drenched. But, it's alright. Contrary to popular belief, I will not melt when I come into contact with water. I'll just be cranky and miserable, but I will not melt. And I think I'm about halfway back to my car, so it's not bad. Not bad at all. I put my phone inside my backpack, inside of the dry bag that I carry for electronics. So it's all safe. Oh, yay. Awesome. More rain. It's alright. It's just water. I'll just have to be extra careful on the really steep parts. Because as we all know, mud is slippery and rocks are slippery. But, it's all good. See, this right here is what I call a bonus adventure. And what a bonus adventure is when something does not go as planned and something unexpected happens. So you can look at it one of two ways. You can get really super cranky about it and be angry about it and be upset, or you can be like, hey, cool, a bonus adventure, and try to find the fun in it. And if not the fun, at least the silver lining somewhere. So the silver lining here is, it's a lot cooler than it was. And the silver lining here is, I don't have terribly much longer to get back to my car. The other silver lining, on a much more superficial level, is that I will look way more cool to my non-hiking friends than I really am. Right? No big deal. This little rain shower is no big deal, but people who don't hike are going to be like completely freaked out and think I'm way cooler than I am, and realize that I am just as crazy as they thought I was. Ha ha ha. But all good. Very peaceful. No thunder, no lightning, just rain. So, all's good. Seems to be lightening up now, so it's probably just, a really super quick summer shower. Okay, more later. Yep, and just like that, it's gone and the sun is back out. Just a really quick summer shower. Cooled things off, and now the sun's back out, so it's going to turn it into lovely steamy humidity now. I had a nice break while I was up on the ridgeline, and until now. Now it's going to be back. It's alright though. I don't know if you can hear the road noises on the film, but I can hear the road noises. I am not far from the road now. Maybe a mile? Maybe a little over a mile? I don't know. My phone is in my backpack, so I can't look on the map and ask myself if we're there yet. Well, y'all, look at that. Maybe you can see it, maybe you can't, but up ahead is the sign that was towards the beginning of the trail. Basically the one saying, "You are here, leave no trace," etc., etc., etc. So, yep, I am right at the end. Then I just have to cross the street and get back to my car. The fun part will be trying to find my car keys buried in my backpack somewhere. The hike back definitely took me a lot less time than the hike up. Started at 1:42. It is 3:23. So yeah. So maybe 2 hours to do the 3 point whatever miles up, and right about 2 hours for the 3 point whatever miles back. Almost home. Yep, here we are at the trailhead. And I don't know if you can hear this little bell ringing. I have a little mini. I have a new mascot with me. This is my mini trail marshal doll. Spreading, what does it say here? Spreading love and positivity along the trail. So, that's what that little bell sound is. Anyway, here we are. Ta-da! I survived. So here's the trailhead right here. The parking lot is right there. So basically you have to park there and then walk about 100 feet here. And then start hiking and question all of your life decisions. Okay. here we are. Made it back to my car in one piece. There were about 3 or 4 other cars here when I got here. They are all much faster hikers than me, so they are all going back home now. Well, thank you for tagging along, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.